Who doesn't have a chair to sit in?
Not me.
Oh, I couldn't take an old man's chair.
Oh.
Oh, all right, I'll sit.
So does that mean I can have that now?
No.
I really need one.
You can go to the bar next door. Oh, no, wait. If there was a cup, I'd pour him some.
You guys are wearing my ass out. This is going to be my most subdued show ever. I don't remember where the hell I am. How he smiles when he gets up and does his show in the middle of Anthrocon is beyond my dick. I have no idea. But I do know where he gets a lot of the shows, or a lot of the materials for our shows, because we've had some very interesting things happen here this weekend that I'm going to pile up in my head and probably be able to tell at some point or other, like right now. No, it was very interesting, the security call we got a little while ago. We got these call comes through the radio. It's security issue. The fursuit's in the bridal shower. And issue, and it comes through like that. Now we were being very diligent. We wanted to make sure that the bridal shower could go on. We wanted to be respectful of them, so we had a couple of people post up here, so nobody got confused and came in here and wandered into, what the hell is this? At first, dressed as a pink dragon. Oh my God, show's over. And confuse everyone. So we get the security call. Fursuiters in the bridal shower. Security issue. And before I can get up, I see Jibbo. You know how like Kagi, you see him at Anthrocon, he's the white blur. Jib is the blackbird. And I'm like, crap. So we get up and we run. Now Gavin, our head of security, where the heck he is? Yes, Gavin, he's out there doing a fantastic job. We get there, ready to start solving this issue, and he stops us. He said, no, wait. It's like, what's the issue? And we look in there are fursuiters in the bridal shower. He's like, okay, it's not what you think. The people in the bridal shower came out to us and would not let the fursuiters in anymore. They dragged them inside. What do we do? And me and Jenna kind of peeked around the corner. And there were a bunch of ladies in here laughing and giggling and taking pictures, and we went, let them go. Let them have it. Later, they actually, some people from the bridal shower actually came downstairs and crashed the breakfast nook down there, taking pictures and stuff. So that was a lot of fun. I kind of wish they'd actually stayed for a little longer. We were going to mess with them because the volunteers here have been awesome. The seats you are now sitting in, we actually they had tables and stuff like that in here, and so I was like, okay, here we are. It's 15 minutes till Uncle Kage's show, and we need to put all this back theater style, and we need to have a chair and a table over here. And by the time, and it was already done. It was like some time lapse. And I was thinking, if we'd only, done that when they'd left one more thing in here. They left one box in here, and if we could have come in here and completely reset the room before they came back and got it, and he walked in and went, what the hell happened? Sometimes we can be efficient when we need to. My show tonight is probably not going to be as good as usual, however good that may be, because I honestly haven't had a chance to put it together to rehearse or anything because I've been doing this. But if you want, see, the last stage that these feet were on was the Comedy Store in Hollywood. And does anybody actually have that show? Wow, awesome. And the next stage that these shoes are going to be on is going to be the Comedy Store in Hollywood on Monday. comedy sandwich with some really weird mushy stuff in the middle. And so I thought, I might just go over some of the things that I did at the Comedy Store for you guys who didn't see it. I always like to to wander out and introduce myself when I'm doing mainstream comedy. And at some point I always like to say, because there are places in the world that don't know this, so I walk out and I say, I'm gay. And I always, they always, another gay comic. So no, it's okay, because I'm more of the, tolerant gays. I'm not the kind of guy you say a word to and I'm gonna get all wah about. So somebody came up to me once and said, dude, what would happen? What would be your first thought if you suddenly weren't gay? And I thought about it for a second, and I said, well, it'd probably be, why is this dick in my mouth? That's not right. But I'm gay, but it doesn't matter. I don't discriminate. Welcome to everybody. It doesn't matter what you look like. Doesn't matter who you are. Doesn't matter short, fat, thin, tall. Doesn't matter if you're straight. Any straight people in the audience we have tonight? Any straight? Oh, look at him! Look at him! Whoa! Hello, straight people.
Hello,
You
Phil.
look fabulous. Yes. I bestow the ancient homosexual blessing upon you. May your passions always burn more intensely than whatever that was you caught from Pablo. Which, of course, is very relevant here in California. You guys, sometimes I think you straight guys actually have it harder than gay guys. When you're gay, the worst problem you can really ever have is a doctor standing in front of you going, I really have no idea. Looks like a truck hit a baby in your pants. But you guys, straight guys, you have to deal with women. Any disease you can catch at this point from, it's not as deadly as it used to be. You can live your whole life out, but women will kill you. And you won't even know why. It's not that you don't know why, you don't know when, but one of these days you will wake up being beaten with a waffle iron, and they'll have to run your dental records just to figure out who the hell you were. Some people have asked me before, why I'm gay. So you want to know why I'm gay? Why gay people are gay? It's simpler than it seems. See, at some point, life comes to every young male and says, okay, boobs or sanity. You can't have both. It doesn't work that way. They can't occupy the same space at the same time. And I know there's a lot of guys out there right now probably thinking, it's unfair to say. So look at the girls though. They're like, no, he's right. We're crazy. I tried being straight. I tried doing the normal thing, which is, it's one of the things that it actually doesn't work both ways. Most gay people actually try a couple of times. So let's make sure I'm not straight. You never see a guy, yeah, Dan, I'm gonna have some surprise butt break just to make sure we're not gay. It doesn't happen. It'd be great if it did, but it doesn't. So I tried that, and I don't know how you guys do it. Explain this one to me. Explain this, okay? She wants you to respond to her feelings, but she won't tell you what they are. And so you have to guess. And if you guess wrong, she jumps into a phone booth and turns into the estrogen Avenger and drop kicks your nuts to the goalpost. That's it! All of a sudden. The first time I really considered going gay for good, I was at my girlfriend's house. And I was chilling out, and we were watching a film. And she says,
What?
I was concerned. So I said, what's wrong, sweetie? And she said, oh, nothing. Oh. So I said, okay. You get a little guy in the back of your head that sometimes goes, you fail! And in the back of my head, that guy's gay, so all he had to say was, fabulous answer. 5 minutes later, she starts to cry. Now, normally this would concern me, but I know know there's nothing wrong because she told me there was nothing wrong. So she says, "You're terrible, I hate you." And I'm like, what? She said, "If we're gonna be together, I need you to be aware of my feelings." And so I said, "Okay, dear, what are your feelings?" And then she said, "If you don't know, I'm not going to tell you." Her eyes rolled back in her head, a little demon burst out of her chest and began to chew on my nuts. So here I am, and I'm thinking, maybe I've got to go looking for, some kind of crystal ball or something, or some kind of ancient feminine oracle, to tell me what my girlfriend is feeling, or at least some wise old man in the forest to send me on a quest. High in the forbidden mountains, there dwells an enormous roast beef sandwich. It is called the clitorical. And it is the source of every woman's emotions. But it will speak with no man unless they bring a sacrifice of ice cream and new shoes. And utter the sacred incantation, "Your butt does not look fat." Here's another one. How about this one? Personally, I had to go. You're sitting there watching TV, and your girlfriend comes in, and she stands there and looks around for a moment and says, "Sweetie, there's a food stain on the carpet."
Oh, God.
Now, as a guy, you look at it and you go, "Why, yes. There it is. Good eye, honey." Now, what the straight guys don't realize is that what she heard herself say was, "Honey, would you get up? Go get the cleaning fluid, come back and try to get the stain out of the carpet." And when you responded, what she heard was, "Your ass looks fat in those pants, you slut." Next thing you know, your face is ripped off and she's dumping salt on your skull and you have no idea why. This is why straight guys have that look. They always have this look that constantly, like, they hope they're not doing nothing wrong. Like, at any random moment, a 1,500 estrogen, megaton estrogen bomb is going to go off right in their face. And if you check that out, after about a year in a relationship, straight guys develop the 1,000-yard stare. But the same look that Vietnam vets came back with from the war. They know there are tripwires everywhere. They don't know what they look like. They don't know where they are. But they know as soon as they step on one, an estrogen grenade is going to drop out of the trees and kick their nuts out the back of their ass with high heels on. And then go off to its mother's house. They just don't know. That's why they have that look, because they have no idea when they're going to say or do something that's going to cause their girlfriend's face to erupt into Cthulhu tentacle rape. It's like, "Honey, I was thinking about filling up the car with gas." But not all girls, I don't want everybody to think I'm saying that all women are crazy all the time. That's not true. They're not always crazy all the time.
Most of them are.
No, that's not true. They're not, only when you're trying to date them. When you're trying to date them, I've met plenty of women, "Hi, I'm 2 Gryphon. Oh, kill you. Oh, explode your kidney. Oh. I'm gay. Oh, hi, how's it going? That's good to meet you. Let's go talk about curtains." And usually, we talked about you. But they're not always crazy. But that's the on switch, is when you're trying to date them. You bring a girl, box of candy and the flowers, and you take them out to the movies. You might as well hack into their programming and type "Go gadget back." But relax, because there is an off switch, guys. Straight guys, there is an off switch, and I'm going to tell you what it is. You may hate me a little bit, but I'm going to tell they might. I'm giving away one of your secrets, girls. The next time you get this feeling that your girlfriend is about to